Hello and welcome everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the third episode of Edward Longshanks, titled Of Castles and Kings. No achievement to go for this time, let's go ahead and get started.
Edward left the Holy Land in an uneasy truce. Baibars had promised to keep the peace for 10 years, 10 months, and 10 days. Now, with more pressing matters developing back in England, my father could only hope the Sultan would keep his word. While Edward was away on crusade, building his reputation as an honorable and capable leader, his father Henry died, leaving him the English crown. He returned to an England both stable and eagerly anticipating his arrival. On August the 19th, 1274, the Lord Edward was crowned Edward I of England. Wishing to expand his new kingdom, Edward set his sights west towards Wales, an old enemy that had supported Simon de Montfort during the baronial rebellion. The Welsh prince Llewellyn ap Griffith constantly antagonized the Anglo-Norman marcher lords on the border. Adding insult to injury, he took Simon de Montfort's daughter Eleanor as his bride. My father pounced on the already fractured Welsh factions, seeking to conquer them piece by piece. But if there was one thing that the Welsh princes hated more than each other, it was Englishmen imposing their laws on Welsh territory. Llewellyn's brother Dafydd joined the fray, and the brothers waged a war of stealth and ambushes, defeating Edward's southern armies under Luc de Tanny and Gilbert de Clare. Seeing that the hardy folk of these mountainous forests and coarse heaths would not bend easily to his will, my father changed tactics. If the Welsh could not be crushed in open battle, they would be brought to heel from a series of impenetrable castles.
Alright, our main objectives are to travel to the site of the first castle. Our hints tell us that King Edward can advance to the Imperial Age and support a population limit of 150. The construction of castles and cannon galleons is impossible, but English masons are constructing some castles for you. Waste no time in marching to defend each castle under construction. The death of the builders will mean defeat. The Welsh are adept at mobile hit-and-run warfare. Use the terrain to your advantage and try to force pitched battles on your terms. The peasants serving the Welsh army also provide the retinues of its commanders with resources. Raiding them will cripple the entire enemy war effort. Weigh your paths to victory. Crushing the Welsh army requires you only to defeat one enemy, but the war can also be ended merely by killing both Welsh princes. Your scouts report that King Edward in Red has arrived in Wales with an army to oversee the construction of fortresses at several locations. The masons undertaking this task in Grey must be protected at all costs. Several English vassals and allied marcher lords in Blue hold lands in the south and southeast. They will support Edward by defending his strongholds with swordsmen, elite skirmishers, and knights. Llewellyn ap Griffith, Prince of Wales in yellow, has his seat in the western region of Gwynedd. A force of infantry and archery units defends him with their lives. Llewellyn's brother Dafydd in cyan operates from a hideout in the north. His personal retinue consists of heavy cavalry and archery units. The Welsh army in green has made camp to the northwest. Swarms of light cavalry, swordsmen, and elite skirmishers will issue forth in time, complemented by an array of siege engines. Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
March swiftly, men. We must reach the castle before the Welsh rebels butcher our masons.
Okay, so it looks like we've got 40-ish seconds until the Welsh are going to attack our castle. Once we reach here, likely these masons will start building. Yep, there we go.
Marauders could emerge at any moment.
Let's have our cavalry wait off on the side. Set up our pikemen at the front and our longbowmen back here. I expect to be attacked soon. Our new objective here is to defend the builders now. My guess is that they're going to come across this bridge.
Ready. Yes. Fight.
We will not let these English invade us. Build a castle on Welsh soil. Forward!
Okay, let's have the longbows take care of these guys.
The first castle is complete. Onwards to the site of the second castle. Quickly!
Okay, let's start moving down to the second castle. Let's get moving, fellas. Got only a few seconds left. 15 seconds, 12, 11. I wonder how many castles we have to defend here.
Drop your arrows. The Welsh will surely strike soon.
Okay, this area looks a little less defensible.
Speed forth, brave comrade. Send the English fleeing before a hail of darts and spears.
Our pikemen were a bit late here, unfortunately. We might have lost one longbowman, unfortunately. Let's have Longshanks come out. Let Longshanks absorb the majority of the damage here. Castle's almost done. Let's just back up. Let the castle do the work. There we go. Now we move on to the third castle, which will hopefully be the last one.
Guard these masons with your lives.
Lovely.
Food for the crows before long.
Let's have these longbowmen stand at the base behind this wall here. I wonder what these blue guys are going to do. I guess they'll come under our control after the castle's finished.
Rally, fearless warriors, and send these wretches to the abyss. For a Bristoliade!
Let's not go too far into enemy territory here. Bait these guys into our pikemen with our knights. Oh, this is looking a little dicey all of a sudden. It's just a bunch of skirmishes over here, actually.
These castles must be manned and kept secure at all costs. March your lords. I charge you with their defense.
Ready. Greetings yours. Mandatum Willem. Yea, yours.
Okay, let's build ourselves a TC here.
Yea, yea. Golden.
We have tons of villagers.
Correct.
Let's get 2 TCs out.
Mandatum. Yea, golden.
These ingrate Welsh rebels fight fiercely, but will surely desist
Ready.
if their
Yours.
princes are slain.
Greetings.
I shall humiliate
man
them
down.
on the field,
Chopper.
or have their heads.
Golden. Greeten. Willem. Golden. Yay. Correct.
Okay, we actually have tons of villagers here.
Mandatum. Fish. Ready. Fish. Gather her. Yay. Gather her. Mandatum. Gather her. Ready. Greeten. Willem. Yours. Chopper.
Greeting.
Okay, let's set our first few villagers on food and wood.
Yay. Yours. Correct. Chopper.
To get our economy jump started. We have a few on stone already out here.
Mandatum. Willem. Chopper. Yay. Fish.
Let's also consider walling up.
Golden. Golden. Ready. Yay. Yours. Correct. Chopper.
Mandata.
Okay, nice. Welsh army into Imperial. That's a little scary considering that we are not in Imperial.
Ready. Yay. Ignolan. Ignolan. Yay.
Let's scout out this bridge
Greeting.
and construct some gates here.
Bulden. Bulden.
Okay, so there's a tree preventing us from building a wall. Tree will make a nice portion of the wall, so we should be okay on that regard.
Ready. Ignolan. Yay.
Let's scout this forward area as well.
Yours. Correct. Gather her. Yay. Hunter.
Ready.
Yay. Yours. Golden.
Let's keep villager production coming out.
Greeting. Willem. Yay. Correct.
And build another TC here. What's our pop cap again? Pop cap is 150. So we have plenty of time to train some more vills here.
Ready. Yours. Golden.
Mandatum. Bulden.
Villager pathfinding still run into that annoying bug.
Mandatum. Golden. Golden.
Mandatum. Yay. Ignolan.
A river must be dammed at its source. By harrying the peasants supporting the
Mandatum.
Welsh army, we will
Bulden.
rob their
Ready.
princes of provisions as well.
Greeting. Correct.
Yay. Ignolan. Fatal.
Yay.
Yay. Correctus.
Okay, let's build up a university. Do we have a blacksmith? We don't, so we need to build up a blacksmith too.
Mandatum. Golden.
We're actually not in too much trouble just yet.
Ready. Hunter. Mandatum.
Ready.
Greeting.
Let's start training some longbows.
Yay. Chopper.
Get vills on gold as well. Pick up bow saw.
Yay. Yay. Ready. Quillen. Bulden.
That's our ally into the Imperial Age. Very good.
Mandatum.
Ready. Golden. Greeting. Golden.
Fortunately, no more major losses yet. We'll grab ballistics.
Mandatum. Bulden.
Mandatum. Golden. Greeting.
Let's grab ourselves a mill so we can research farming tech as well. We'll grab murder holes now.
Grayton.
Let's have some villagers come out to the stone.
Ready. William. Yay, yay. Bolden.
Alright, seems like the first wave of attacks has been dealt with rather cleanly.
Yay. Bolden.
Mandatum. Bolden.
Ready. Bolden.
Yay. Bolden.
English, higher!
Yay. Bolden.
Thousands of valiant Cymry descend upon you! Flee back to Chester in shame, and you...
Alright, buddy. That's enough trash talk from you. Alright, so we had a secondary objective. Kill Welsh villagers.
merciful mood!
They're so far away, though, on the map.
Ready. Bolden.
Grayton. Bolden. Mandatum. Bolden.
Mandatum.
Okay, let's build ourselves a smithy
Greeting.
and finish constructing these walls out here. Looks like the eastern castle isn't under any danger, actually. And there's lots of resources sitting around on the map. We have plenty of time to boom up without trouble here.
Bolden.
Ready.
Yay. William. Mandatum.
Let's pick up Bodkin Arrow.
Bolden.
Masonry next. We'll also want to think about Heavy Plow too. I think my main army composition here is going to be Longbowmen, Trebuchets, and Knights. They don't look like they produce any pikemen, which is advantageous for us. So once we get to the Imperial Age and get our techs up, most of our food eco can actually go towards just straight knights.
Yay.
Ready. Yours. Bolden. Mandatum. Correct. Bolden. Greeting. Yours.
Okay, let's... Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Yay. Correct.
Let's wall up this area now.
Bolden. Bolden.
Okay, that wall looks pretty solid. And we can start saving up for the Imperial Age to make a push.
Ready. Yay. William. Hooray. Bolden.
Yeah, plenty of villagers. Well, looks like we walled up just in time to fix this incursion. Let's grab other archer armor here.
Greeting. William. Bolden.
Mandatum. Bolden.
Okay, lovely. Let's grab handcart now. Fortified wall as well to help.
Ready.
Those knights are unfortunately done for. That's quite alright. Longbows are not faring well against skirmishers here. Okay, so now we save the food, get to Imperial Age.
Ready.
Let's build a few more stables here.
Bolden.
Ready.
Mandat. Bolden.
Great practice.
And get an archery range, a few archery ranges as well.
Bulden. Bulden.
Let's rotate our longbows.
Yay.
Okay, and we have plenty of villagers now. No need for any more.
Ready. Mandat. Bolden.
Ready. Dich.
Greeten. Yours. Ik Willem. Bolden. Yay. Bolden.
Yay. Chopper. Grayton. Dich.
Let's head to Imperial. Did we get our gold mining tech? Yes, we did.
Ik Willem.
Mandat. Yay. Yes. Dich. Ready.
Pick up chain barding armor.
Bulden.
And get ready to deal with these invaders here. That's a lot of rams.
Mandaten.
Need more knights in on the action to destroy those rams. Yeah, longbowmen alone are not going to do the job here. Fortunately, these guys are fixated on destroying our walls. We can always just rebuild them later.
Ready.
Yay. Bulden. Bulden. Yes. Bulden. Mandatum. Equilentus. Ready. Bulden.
Yay. Bolden. Greeten. Yours. Bolden. Yay. Yay. Correct. Bolden. Ready. Bolden.
Okay, west side is not doing great. But we'll have Imperial Age soon.
Grayton. Yes. Yay. Bulden.
And once we do, we'll be in fine shape. Yeah, it looks like these guys are super fixated on destroying them. the gate for some reason. That suits me just fine. Okay, let's pick up chemistry.
Mandatum. Greeten. Yours. Shot hunter.
And conscription from the castle. We could stand to get a couple more gold miners here. Let's do bracer. Are those heavy scorpions? No, just regular scorpions. We'll retreat our archers back. Let our cavaliers or our knights mop up the rest here.
Mandat. Bulden.
Yay. Ready. Willem. Estora.
Let's grab architecture.
Mandatum. Ready.
Think about grabbing the last wood chopping upgrade as well.
Bolden. Greeten.
Grayton. Equilen. Hunter. Yay. Mandat. Yay. Dich.
We have tons of stone, but we can't actually rebuild anything, so it's a bit of a moot point. They have one two-handed swordsman just chilling here. Alright, fella. Put you out of your misery.
Every hill, guard every ford, and haunt every wood. Make the English pay dearly for each pace they take into our beloved Cymru.
Not a problem. There's a ton of gold here, actually. We could yoink that. Or we could just set up a trade network later.
Yay.
Might be worth it to just set up a trade network. I don't think we'll be short on gold anytime soon, though.
Yay. Greeting.
Was there a hole in the wall?
Ready. Yay. Correct.
Yeah, it looks like there's a hole.
Golden.
We'll fix that right away. Get blast furnace, then plate barding. Then we can start thinking about engaging.
Mandatum. Greeting.
Ready. Greaton.
Mandatum. Golden. Yay. Correct. Bitch.
There's gold piles out here to be had.
Ready. Yay. Willem. Bitch. Mandatum.
I don't think we have a market, actually. Let's fix that. Let's place a market here. Get our guys deep in enemy territory. Also take this opportunity to grab siege engineers.
Ready. Yay. Yours. Bitch.
Our push can now begin in earnest. Army size is actually still quite small, relatively speaking.
Yay. Mandatum. Golden. Golden. Golden.
We still need archer tech. We still need elite longbowmen, actually, too. Mixing in these cavaliers is definitely a great idea, though.
Ready. Greeting. Yay. Willem. Golden.
West side's doing A-okay.
Yay. Golden.
Ready. Mandatum.
Let's pick up guilds.
Golden.
We can sell off some of our excess wood later for a better price. And let's start scouting deeper into Welsh territory here. I would like to save enough gold to get the elite longbow tech next. Seems like there's another stronghold here. Now that we're on the offensive, we should be fairly safe. We can move our gold miners to the front here. Got a ton of trebs. We'll grab Yemen. Oh, this area seems to be very heavily fortified.
Grayton, yes, Bulden.
Lovely. Just need 50 more gold for the elite longbow tech. And yeah, the Welsh are already folding like a wet paper towel. Oh, we left our trebuchets a little bit exposed here. Fortunately, only the Scurbs seem to be interested in them. Let's get a couple more trebs out. If I had to guess, there's another encampment in the east side here. Let's get some repair villagers in this direction to repair up our trebs. Yeah, almost certainly some shenanigans going on over here in the east. There they are. Let's meander on over. Let's have our forces raid the villagers now. You guys can head in this direction as well. We'll split our forces somewhat. We're actually at our pop cap. There's lots of resources on this map, which is pretty good. But it's definitely on the easier side so far. It's been quite a while since I've played this game, and I'm still having a pretty easy time of it. Looks like these guys finally got around to making champions. I just realized that we don't have access to the werewolf technology.
Mandatum. Yay.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit backwards, right? Like, we destroyed their military bases before their villages, but that's because their villages are in the back of the map. It's not really a secondary objective. It feels like, you know, by the time... Oh, hello, wolves. Goodbye, wolves. Feels like by the time that we've reached this point, we've already pretty much crushed the Welsh army, you know? That's a ton of rams. I'm not concerned. There's even a relic here.
Ready. Grayton, correctus. Bulden.
Build a few stables so we can refresh our cavaliers directly into the enemy. Like, we could grab this relic, but it's not like it even matters. I feel like we're going to win the level long before relic gold becomes even remotely relevant.
Blighted curse. Threaten noble David. Soon, these fools will taste the bitterness of our wrath.
Alright, we did lose a lot of units there, but all told, we're still doing just fine. Green's managed to send out some skirms. And they did manage to destroy our first attacking force here. But we've got plenty of resources. So again, I am very unconcerned. Like, look at all this gold that we suddenly have control over. Wonder how long those villagers have been idle. Technically not idle, just bad pathfinding, I think. Okay, our flood of units has gathered once again. Now, we could already just clean up the Welsh, honestly, but I feel like it's just more interesting to deal with both of our friends here in teal and yellow. Oh, they left the Treb hanging. He almost sniped it, too.
Mandatum?
Yay, Mandatum. Yay. Ulden.
We need to actually bust our way into this gate here. If we don't bust down the gates, then we're going to lose our cavalry advantage. Perhaps having a few rams would be advantageous. Don't need to micro them as much. What is that? Do you see that pathfinding? Did D, like, screw up pathfinding somehow? Let's focus down the trebuchets. Keep more longbows coming. And this is teal folding now. Rush in, snipe the trebs. And come back out.
Mandatum.
Look at all this gold. Right for the taking for us.
Great chopper. Ready, chopper. Bulden.
I had wanted Davith alive to make a grim example, but dead is just...
Nice. That's David finished off. And since he's defeated, we can actually just walk away now.
Grayton. Bulden.
Greeting. Bolden.
And it actually looks like yellow is across a body of water, which is inconvenient to say the least. Yeah, let's try to scout this area out a little bit, see how we can best get to yellow.
Yay.
Mandatum. Bolden. Ready. Yay. Yay. Bolden.
Yay, Mandatum. Yay, Willen. Ja, ich willen. Ja, yay.
Mandatum. Ready. Correct. Greeting. Mandatum. Chopper.
Okay, so if we get an onager out, we might be able to cut through the trees and then from there treb down this castle. Otherwise, we'd have to build a navy, which feels really inconvenient.
Ready, ich willen. Ja. Yay, yay, ich willen.
Greeting.
Ja, dan. Yay. Ja.
Let's clear out this forest. Oh, we need to get to these rams, actually. Yeah, the archers were not going to be able to finish them on their own. Okay, there's actually a huge contingent of teal units over here. Or yellow units, rather. Blocked by the forests.
Beaten and spent. Forgive our rash actions, and we will lay down our arms and do you homage.
Huh? Alright, well, I guess that works.
The Welsh fought valiantly, but they were no match for Edward's wrath. My father's forces outmaneuvered Llewellyn's forces and smashed them at Orwen Bridge. The Welsh prince fell to the lance of a lone warrior who knew not the importance of the man whom he had slain. His brother Davith was captured at Nanny's Glen and declared a traitor to the English crown. Edward pitilessly condemned his bold adversary to be drawn and quartered. Wales was now
Yikes.
firmly in my father's grip. He bestowed upon me the title of Prince of Wales, which shall be an heirloom of my line henceforth. The network of formidable fortifications that Edward constructed throughout the land shall ensure that the Welsh bow to the English crown for generations to come.
Alright. Fairly easy. Yeah, and it does look like they're on an isolated island here. So in fact, we would have to launch a naval offensive to beat them, or cut through the forest. That's really interesting because Yellow's actually unable to really do too much because they're so isolated. I don't even have any dogs, really. Looks like their navy was battering away at this gate, but truthfully, there's no danger from the water at any point. And in fact, defeating Teal wasn't even necessary. I could have done this much faster if I was not overly bloodthirsty. Crushing Wales, the Welsh army was pretty easy, all things considered. And there's an extreme abundance of resources on the map, so there's no way that you guys will be running out of resources anytime soon. So, compared to the second level, this one was much easier. The second one at least had some failure conditions, where if you lost too many of your trade units too early on, you would not be able to keep up with the attacks. But this one was very easy and straightforward. Anyhow, my name's been The Clever Fool. That was the third episode of Edward Longshanks titled Of Castles and Kings. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.